Hi everyone, so far this week we've studied malicious code, how it spreads, and the different behavioral types like backdoors, rootkits, logic bombs, and botnets. Now we shift perspective. Because cybersecurity is not just about understanding how attacks happen, it's about stopping them. Today we focus on countermeasures, the defensive strategies organizations use to prevent, detect, and respond to malicious code. Let's start with a fundamental idea. Security is not one tool, it is layers. No single defense is perfect. Instead, we use something called defense in depth. This means implementing multiple security controls at different levels, so that if one fails, another one still protects the system. Think of it like locking your house. You don't just lock the front door. You may have door locks, window locks, an alarm system, and security cameras. Cybersecurity works the same way. 1. Prevention controls. Prevention aims to stop malicious code before it executes. The first and most critical prevention control is patch management. Many attacks succeed because systems are unpatched. When organizations regularly apply security updates, they close vulnerabilities before attackers can exploit them. Remember, vulnerability to exploit to malicious code. If you remove the vulnerability, the chain breaks early. Another key prevention control is endpoint protection software. This includes antivirus and modern endpoint detection tools. These tools scan files, monitor behavior, and block suspicious execution. Traditional antivirus relies on known signatures. More advanced systems use behavior-based detection. They don't just ask, have I seen this file before? They ask, is this file behaving like malicious code? That is much stronger protection. 2. Access control and least privilege. Another major countermeasure is least privilege. Users should only have the minimum access necessary to perform their job. Why? Because if malicious code executes under a limited account, the damage is limited. If it runs under an administrator account, the damage is massive. Limiting privileges reduces impact. 3. Email and web filtering. Since many delivery mechanisms involve email or websites, organizations deploy email filtering systems, spam detection, and URL reputation filtering. Attachment sandboxing is key. If a malicious attachment arrives, it can be analyzed in a sandbox environment before reaching the user. That blocks execution before it begins. 4. Network monitoring and intrusion detection. Prevention is important, but prevention is not perfect. That's why we also need detection. Intrusion detection systems and intrusion prevention systems monitor network traffic for suspicious activity. For example, unexpected outbound traffic, communication with known malicious servers, or unusual data transfers. Detection focuses on behavior patterns, not just file scanning. Remember what we discussed. Understanding malicious code behavior improves defense. 5. Backups, protecting availability. When ransomware hits, backups become critical. Regular, isolated backups protect availability. Even if files are encrypted, systems can be restored. This is one of the strongest countermeasures against ransomware. Backups do not prevent infection, but they dramatically reduce impact. 6. User awareness training. Now we return to something very important. Humans are often the weakest link. Many malicious code infections begin with phishing emails, social engineering, or unsafe downloads. Security awareness training reduces this risk. Technology alone is not enough. Defense must include people. Every countermeasure exists to protect confidentiality, integrity, or availability. For example, encryption protects confidentiality, access control protects integrity, backups protect availability. Defense strategy is structured thinking. It is not random. Important insight. Prevention versus detection versus response. Prevention tries to stop attacks before they happen. Detection identifies malicious activity quickly. Response limits damage after detection. Strong cybersecurity programs include all three. If you only focus on prevention, you assume perfection. Perfection does not exist in security. Layered strategy is the key. Final reflection. Let me ask you something. If an organization installs antivirus software but never patches systems, is it secure? No. If it patches systems but gives every employee administrator access, is it secure? No. Security requires coordination across layers. That is defense in depth. Today, we moved from understanding malicious code to understanding countermeasures. You are no longer just studying attacks. You are thinking like defenders. In the next video, we will connect everything together and examine how organizations design full security strategies based on risk. See you in the next part. Stay analytical.